one I think that everybody's ready for. It's been a really rainy week, and I know we need the rain. We're glad we got the rain, but we're also glad to get back some sunshine, especially when it coincides with the weekend, right? Wow is the word for sure. That's Mount Hood. We lost some low elevation snow, but no worries. It's still early. And this is exactly what we want to have tomorrow and tomorrow night, because that clear blue sky may allow us to see this. At least it won't keep us from seeing the northern lights. This was a few weeks ago. They were visible in Washington and parts of Oregon here. Clifford Paglia taking this great shot up at Crown Point here. And the odds of getting northern lights this weekend are even better than that weekend, because this is a much stronger solar storm, and this is directed right at Earth. So I'll let the sun here spin around. See those giant sun, and these things are massive, like the size of Earth themselves sometimes. So that was what was directed at Earth. Now, sometimes you can get a big solar flare in the sun, but if it's like pointed out towards, Pluto or Venus and not directed towards Earth, it's not going to have much of an impact. But this one will. This is another satellite from NASA and the Solar Dynamics Observatory. And what they do is they block out the disk of the sun. The sun is behind here so that you can see the flares and the energy coming off. And watch the blast that happen. Look at that. See those waves of energy all directed towards Earth. And that's why the auroral oval, as it's called, is forecast to get really far south. And this is where it will be the most intense, of course, to the north. But see the green line? That's as far south as it will be visible, which is all the way to northern California, down as far south as Oklahoma. I mean, come on, they never see the lights in Oklahoma, at least not very often. So we've got great potential this weekend, but here's why it's not a slam dunk. Absolutely, they will be out. For one, it could be that the show, the Northern Lights, happen when it's daylight here and say it's dark over in Europe and they get the big show. So it just depends on exactly how the timing works out. That's one problem with it. Plus, they're extremely fickle and hard to forecast in general. But we know that we had this massive solar storm, and it is Earth directed. So we've got a good potential for seeing them this weekend as far south as Northern California. However, the other thing, too, is if you just want to step out in your backyard and you live in the city and look up and see them, that's probably not going to happen. You need to get away from the city lights. Unless it's just a blaster of a show, then sometimes it will overcome the city lights, but that's unusual. So look north after midnight, get away from city lights, and hopefully we will all be treated to the aurora borealis. We know we're all going to have trick-or-treats this weekend because it's Halloween, right? And it will be clear both Saturday and Sunday nights. Temperature's about the same. I'm saying 52. Give or take, depending on when you start, when you finish. It'll be chilly out there, but at least you know the kids don't need any rain cover this year for their Halloween costumes. Our high today was 62, but that was just after midnight tonight. This afternoon, it's pretty much been in the 50s, but look at the temperature differences. We're running 11 degrees cooler now. Parts of eastern Oregon were 22 degrees cooler last hour compared to 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. Doppler radar, it's all happening to our south right now, and this band is way weaker than it was when it produced amazing rainfall amounts up across western Washington yesterday, and even in Oregon. That's the Nehalem River, 3.5 inches of rain there. For Portland, we are above average for the month of October, and even with 2 days left, we will finish the month with above average rainfall. Second month in a row we've done that. It'll be interesting to watch this number, that deficit of 3.34 inches for the year, the calendar year. We could make that up. We'll have to wait and see. After an incredibly dry spring and summer, that would be awesome. So this system is going to spin around off the coast of California, produce some showers in southern Oregon. We don't really have to worry about those here. It's going to remain mainly clear. It's 57 right now, freezing level at 9,700 feet. Clear tonight, becoming breezy. That east wind is going to pick up, and that's going to keep us from having fog tomorrow morning. So that's good. If you're going to the Thorns game tomorrow, great weather for that. Halloween equally as great. High of 60 both weekend days. We'll see some showers on Monday, and then again later Wednesday, and then again on Thursday and Friday. But none of that rain next week looks very heavy, and I'm just super stoked about the weekend. Yeah. We get the sun and potentially the northern lights, which would be fantastic.
Oh, and don't forget, the trick-or-treaters are going to love your forecast.
Yes, they will. I don't know that the trick-or-treaters, the young ones, really care.
No, you're right.
They're just going to go out there and get candy.
It's the parents who care.
Bingo.
All right, thanks, Matt.